You're right. You're right on life in the Philippines. Love change nation and God unleash you. One nation under rule, one love. Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from Talambon, Cebu, Philippines. I'm having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well. We'll be from here today. I want to talk to you about Dave Chappelle gets attacked while on stage in the Philippines. Dave Chappelle, man, one of my favorite comedians of all time. He gets attacked while on stage from the Philippines. Yeah, what a joy, such a joy it is to come back again, my friend. And I do want to say, those who are here for the first time, if you would please, click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue receiving fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when you talk about attacks, you know, people come up on you with no good intentions. Attacks, man. We're just coming off the heels of an attack on Chris Rock at the Oscars. And that was live for the world to see. And now, just a few weeks later, here's another live attack on a very, very popular comedian. You know, what the world coming to? You know, what are we going to do? Is this a trend, or just, you know, these are two distinct incidents that have nothing to do with each other? Is that what it is? I hope so, because I don't want to see every time there's a live performance, somebody get up on the stage and do some craziness. I don't want to see that. I don't want my children. I know you don't want your children to see that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this right. Let's get it tight, long and strong. Let's get an understanding of what happened so we can try to prevent things like this from happening again and again and again in the future. Dave Chappelle is one of my favorite comedians. He's up there with Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? Richard, remember Richard? You know, he's up there with Richard. Yeah. And so when I saw he got tackled, he got attacked, man, I was like, what the world is going, what? You know what I'm saying? It was very, very hard for me to recognize that happened. But I want to bring it to you. And then we're going to bring one thing, another subject today, but I'll change that subject. I'll bring it to you tomorrow, or I might come back tonight and do a double. Okay. So let's run through this. We have a whole lot of people. I don't know what it is, man. Y'all, if I don't have the subject y'all like, y'all won't show up. But guess what? I'm here and I'm gonna do my thing. Whether you show up or not, that's on you. It's not on me. I got to do what I got to do. Okay, let's go. Thumbnail for the day. No hocus pocus. Thumbnail. Let's go. Oh man. Oh, my sister, stop acting a fool with me. StreamYard. Locked up. Hold on. Okay, thumbnail for the day. I got it right here. Thumbnail for the day. No joke, man. Does he look like he was a joke? See, somebody tackled him on stage, man. He was in the middle of his monologue, or in the middle of a performance. He got tackled. Did it look like it was funny? Like they were playing a game? No joke. This is serious business. All right, no hocus pocus, just focus for the day. Here we go. We're talking about what happened. What is a joke? Who did it? Why did he do it? That's what we're going to talk about. Why? Why did this man come up on stage and try to tackle Dave in the middle of his monologue, in the middle of his comedy act? It was nationally published. It was international published by Netflix. Live. Why? That's what I want to know. Why, man? All right, let's go. First point is what? Number one is what? What happened? Here we go. We'll be running this real quick. Here we go. My favorite comedian, one of my favorite comedians, Dave Chappelle. He was attacked while performing on stage at the Netflix live. Netflix is a joke live concert in Hollywood, in the Hollywood Bowl on May 4th. Okay, he was tackled doing his monologue, doing this. He was just doing his thing, man. Just like remember Chris Rock was just doing his, telling his jokes, right? Chris got attacked, and now another black on black crime. What's going on with the world today, my friends? Are we going crazy? Are we going to hell in a handbasket? What is going on? We need to get a hold of this. You mean to tell me every time they have a live event with some celebrities around, somebody gonna come up on the stage and do some craziness? And my question is, I saw this. I said, well, where was the security? How you gonna let some grown man just walk up on the stage and assault this man? Well, where's the security? Now I can understand, in as far as the Oscars were concerned, Will Smith was one of the persons allowed to be in there. Okay, so you would not ever expect a celebrity noted like Will Smith to do an attack on somebody. Okay, so there was no concern for him. But in light of the fact that celebrities are being attacked, wouldn't you think that they would have more security in a live event? Netflix, what's wrong with you? Huh? Come on, man. This don't make no sense. The man just got up on stage and went berserk. Now, I'm gonna get to their thing, but this could have been worse than what it was. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna run it down for you if I'll give you my comment. All right. So, yeah, that's what happened, man. Number one, number two is what was the joke? Look at it. The man on the right, that's him right there. That's it. That's who did it. See, he was in a wheelchair, not a wheelchair. He was on a stretcher. Look at his right arm, ladies and gentlemen. Look at his right arm. See how it's twisted? See his eyes all busted up? That's what happened when they got him. He got him. The security finally caught up with him, and they put the hurt on him. Okay, so right now, Dave is happy as he can be because he didn't get hurt. But at the time, he was going out of his mind because he could have got killed on stage on a live performance, and it wouldn't have been no joke. As my thumbnail say, it's not a joke. This is real as you can feel, okay? It wasn't nothing funny about it. It wasn't no staged action for publicity. This was an assault in the making, live and in living color on TV, publicized, televised, in front of your eyes, okay? And that all right. Let's go. Number two is what? Number two is right here. My system stuff. Okay, what is a joke? It wasn't no joke, man. This was serious. Yeah, you think it was a joke? Look at the young man over there to the right. Look at his arm. His arm is twisted backwards. That's what happened after they got through stomping on him when they finally caught up with him. He came up on stage. He tackled Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was totally he was just unaware of what was happening. And he was caught off guard. You in the middle of your joke, you feel secure because you got security, and all of a sudden a man come and tackle you on stage. How you gonna feel some kind of way? And if it was me, I would have been trying to get up and run. But Dave was trying to handle it. I was like, what is he trying? I saw the video. Did y'all see? Dave was trying to handle a man. I said, what is he trying to do? You better get up. You better get up there and run. But he finally got some sense and got up and ran. But I'm telling you, man, this is it's no joke. What's going to happen next? Every live event is going to be something crazy like this. We got Will Smith the thing for this. Is that what it is? We're gonna see. All right. So number two, he got kicked up. The young man that did it got beat down by when the security and I don't know what kind of security they had at the event. But if you saw the video, and I couldn't do the video because they'll get me they'll flag me or whatever. I don't want all that. But if you saw the video, you saw Dave Chappelle security was trying to run after the man, and one of the security men ran after him and fell down, slipped. Like, what is that? Is this a security man or this is a joke? He's supposed to be a top-notch security, getting top-notch dollar, and he gonna run after the man and slip and fall, and then he gonna get back up, and he almost slipped again. I said, man, this is like a comedy act. You know, that's supposed to be real security. All right, but it was no joke, man. It's as real as you can feel. The perpetrator was caught, and he was beat down to the ground. Then on top of that, they put him in. They had to get medical attention. They put him in a stretcher, and you see his right arm all mangled up. You can't get it in the right position. That's what happened to him. They put a hurt on him when they finally got him, man. Dave Chappelle security team put a hurt on him, but they should have never let it happen. Never should have got on the stage. Number three, just wanna be. Okay. Number three, who did it, man? This is guy right here. See the guy on the right? He did it. Yeah. His name is Isaiah Lee. He's 23 years old. Okay. He's an inspiring rapper. And he's also known as No Name Trapper. And that rhyme. I was trying to rhyme that. Yeah, No Name Trapper, man. Isaiah Lee, 23 years old, from LA. He got up on the stage, and you know what? He had a deadly weapon. Yes, he did. That's why Dave Chappelle should be thanking the Lord right now. He could have been gone. He could have been gone from this planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? He could have been 6 feet under. The man had a revolver. It was not a real revolver, semi-automatic revolver, but it was a replica. However, attached to the replica revolver was a knife. He had the knife positioned in the revolver so that when he pulled the trigger on the revolver, the knife would be projected out and strike someone. Okay. So it is highly conceivable, ladies and gentlemen, that this knife could have been aimed at his Chappelle's throat, just, whatever, the vital organs, and he might have been gone. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what could have happened. We don't know how it may have turned out had he not been caught. You know what I'm saying? But so this is nothing to play with. This is the second time in the last 2 months that a major celebrity has been accosted, assaulted online and live in living color TV. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to see that on live stream where somebody's getting hurt or somebody getting shot. I don't want that in my vision. So I'm telling you, everybody need to contact the FCC and get this straightened up. Okay? They need to either do a delay on the broadcast, where it's like a 30-minute delay, 30-second delay, but at least 60 seconds delay, so that stuff could be cut out and nobody have to see it. They need to get this straightened out, because it is terrible where this is going to. So now, right now, it's just celebrities. Next thing you know, it's a preacher. Next thing you know, could be a prayer. Your mind is, use your imagination. It could go up, down, up the line. So we need the FCC, Federal Communication Commission, to get a hold of this before it explodes and gets even worse. Because usually when some trend starts, others out there want to take advantage of the trend and get the little 1 minute of fame, like this Isaiah Lee guy. I don't even know who he is. From LA, some young kid want to get some fame. I don't know. Anyway, let's finish up. So that's number three. That's Dave and his family over there. Dave has a lovely family. He's got 2 boys and a lovely young girl. And that's his wife. They're in the middle. She's a Filipina. And now don't get it twisted. She's not a native Filipino. She's American born Filipino. Her parents are Filipino. And so she has ties here to the Philippines. Okay. So she's a little bit Americanized, what I call them. But she still got that Filipino blood. And she still has her connections here in the Philippines with her parents and other people that relatives and friends. So Dave is a smart man. He got hooked up, booked up, cooked up, shooked up with a Filipino. Okay, you can't go wrong with that. That tells me that he's a thinking man. He thinks and he wants the best for his life and the best for his children. He got a good wife. Okay, all right. So last one, we out, man. Number 4, getting ready to go out the door. Okay, so there he is right there. And you know what, Chris was at the concert. Chris was at the live event. And you know what Chris said? After the event, He got up on stage. He said, "Was that Will Smith?" It was funny, man. It was funny, but it wasn't funny, you know. I mean, it just happened. Like Will Smith event just happened, and now we're seeing it again, over and again, and on screen, live. Come on, man. What's really going on here? Yep. This is an indictment on the society of America, and not necessarily on Chris Rock. I mean on Dave Chappelle or his team, his security team. This is an indictment on the mentality and the mayhem that the American public has a tendency to go through. They want the limelight. We don't know what went on in this young man's mind, but we know it wasn't no good intentions, because he had a gun, a counterfeit weapon, and then he had a big old blade. I'm gonna show you the blade in a minute. He had a blade attached to it. Okay, and when he pulled the trigger on that gun, if he had pulled the trigger on that gun, the blade would have popped out there and went right for Dave. Okay, so it's nothing funny about this. This was serious business, and the young man has been caught. He's being held, and he's in custody right now. He's being charged with assault with a deadly weapon, and he has a $30,000 bail. Okay, so I don't know if he's gonna meet his bail or what, but he's got his name in papers, free publicity, negative publicity, but publicity is publicity, whether it's positive or negative. You got your name out there. Was that his goal, to get his name in 2 minutes of fame? I don't know, but that's not the way to do things. Okay, and so this young man gonna wind up paying. He's already paid some prices. His arm is all messed up. If you seen his arm's supposed to be hanging like this, right? But it's turned all the way around. That means something dislocated, something's broken, he's got some damage there. And his arms, they busted his. The security guard, when they got him, they put a hurt on him, man. So he'll remember that hurt, pain that he got if he tried to do this again. But last one we got. Okay, so here you see Chris Rock right there, trying to make it fun. When things happen, they try to put some light on it. It's okay, but this was nothing to be laughing about. It was real. Dave Chappelle might not have been here. It's a possibility. He could have been gone. But he made it through by the grace of God. Okay, this is the young man's right there. This is what. Why did he do it? I don't know. Nobody knows at this time. Nobody but the young man knows. Okay, there's a whole lot of speculation that he was a Trump supporter and he had some Trump song. There's a whole lot of rumors on the internet about what he did and why he did it. And then there's another person saying, well, he did it because Dave Chappelle made some jokes about LGBT, transvestite, and people are saying the young man was transvestite. There's no indication of that at this time. So I don't have to say officially why he did it. Nobody knows. That's unknown. It'll come out eventually. But this is what this statement here is what one of the stars says. The comedian had literally just the comedian, or Dave Chappelle, had literally just said he now has more security because of all of the uproar from his jokes about the trans community. Dave tells a lot of off-the-wall jokes, and sometimes he is insensitive with his jokes, And, I like Dave. He's a great, great comedian, but a lot of his jokes don't rub me the right way. And it's okay, man. I don't judge him by one joke. I judge him by his body of work. And that's what you should do with anyone. Do not judge an individual by one item, one issue. Judge them by the entirety of their work and their intentions in their work. Okay. All right. Dave Chappelle had literally just said he now has more security because all of the uproar from his jokes about trans community. What is really surreal about this is that Dave Chappelle talked about Chris Rock and the slap, okay, and the new reality facing comedians. So that slap changed a whole lot of stuff in the lives of comedians. Having more security with him and having his wife being worried about him now. He did a whole bit about a crazy man coming to his house and chasing him down in his car, okay? So people that are celebrities, ladies and gentlemen, have issues, and the fans are the cause of it. They get angry about something someone said. They get angry about something someone did, and they take it out on the celebrity. You got to understand, everything, I'm to a certain extent, I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, whatever, But I have a lot of people that are fans of mine. You know, some people like me, some people hate my guts. You know what I'm saying? You know, and some people could care less, but they don't care either way. But when I go out in the street, I'm always doing what it is. Because you never know. Somebody crazy come up on you and say, what you said about Philippine, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful when you're in the airways. I'm on the airways almost every day. You know, this is phenomenal. This is not just limited to Dave Chappelle. It's not just limited to Chris Rock. You know, anyone in the limelight, anyone on the airwaves can be the blunt of these attacks. Okay, so we have to understand, we have to get hold of why it's being done, and then understand what we can do to resolve these issues without somebody needing to say he got to take it out on somebody that's in the public in a live event. You know what I'm saying? So this is an issue that the FCC must address. Okay, as they go forward, do they continue to let live events come live without any type of pause or delay from the broadcast signal? That's going to be the issue. I think there needs to be at least maybe 10, 15, 30-second delay. So that if something kicks off, they can block that out. You know, maybe a few people see it, but that's it. You know, it's the whole world won't see because there's a delay, there's a pause. So that's one thing they can do. They can do that right now. Okay. So FCC, if you listen to me, get on it, doggone it. Nobody want to see somebody get hurt in public. And it could have been worse than what it was. He tackled him on the stage. Dave tried to handle the man a little bit and he got up and ran. And that was enough time. If the young man wanted to, he could have shot his gun and the knife would have hit him right then. Huh? So, and that was enough time. Had he had another weapon, like a real gun, could have shot him right there. We don't know. Okay. So this stuff here needs to stop. This is the second time in 2 months that a known celebrity has been assaulted, has been accosted, has been almost taken out on screen in live time, real time live event. Now, how many more events like this does it take for the government, for the FCC to crack down on it? Huh? Well, are you waiting for somebody to really get taken out for real? Is that what they're waiting for? FCC, get on it. It doesn't have to be like this. And whenever there's a live event, there should be more special precautions taken. Everybody should be frisked down from the head to the toe. Make sure they have no weapons, no knife, nothing. Okay, before they let them in there. And apparently, this young man, he snuck in there. He's got through the cracks. You know, slipped through the cracks, and he got in there. You know, there's no telling how worse this could have been. But I'm telling you, if the government, if the FCC, if all of these live event venues do not get their security better, it is going to get worse. Just like this young man had a replica handgun that came in there, he could have had a real semi-automatic weapon. And semi-automatic weapons can shoot real quickly. That's why it's called automatic. It automatically fires. 3, 4, 5 rounds, 6 rounds, 7 rounds at a time. And how many people could you kill? Could you hurt like that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, man, this was a blessing that Dave did not get injured. He got him on the ground. He got up. And he's okay. But let us understand, it didn't have to turn out this way. It could have turned out the other way. And right now, we're talking about this as if it was maybe somewhat amusing. However, if it had to turn out the other way, we would be really, really sad right about now. Okay? So I'm telling you, this has to stop. And America needs to be in the leading of this and stop it before it gets any worse. You just like the shootings we have in society. We have shootings almost every day. Mass shootings in America. You don't believe me? Pick up your paper today. Go to the internet. I'll bet you there may have been a shooting today or yesterday, sometime this week, or within the last 2 weeks, there was a shooting that involved multiple individuals. And it happens with so much regularity that we have become inoculated to it. We just, it doesn't faze us anymore. You know, there was a time when mass shootings were like out of the ordinary. What? Why do you? And we would get upset. But now we hear mass shooting. You just turn the page, flip the channel. It doesn't faze us, and it should, because those are abnormal situations, and people are doing abnormal things to relieve the abnormality that their lives have put them through. They're not dealing and addressing the stresses and strains of life in the right way, and they take it out with a gun. That's another thing. Gun control. I believe in having the right to have a pistol, whatever you need to defend yourself. But when it comes to these crazy people getting guns and younger people that not supposed to have, we need to crack down on that. That would stop a lot of this mass shootings and stuff. Okay, that's all I got, man. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to show you the gun. Okay, hold up. One more. Let me show you this. Here we go. See that gun right there? See the gun? On the left, that's a real one on the left, okay? The one on the right is a replica, and if you see in the muzzle of the gun, you see there's a knife there, and it's a long-bladed knife. He had it rigged up on the gun that if he pulled the trigger on that pistol, it would have shot. The projectile of that knife would have been projected right into Dave's body. The good thing about it, he didn't get a chance to shoot his weapon. So he's charged. Isaiah Lee is on bond in LA for $30,000. He's charged with criminal assault with a deadly weapon. Okay. And he's going to get some time because it was shown on public TV. You can't deny that he didn't do it. So Isaiah, you're 23 years old. You need to turn your life around. Stop being a clown. And that rhyme. You did something. I don't know what your mentality is. If you're crazy, if you're sane, I don't know. I don't know what it is that you going on with you. But something has to change in your life. And maybe this is what you needed to get a wake-up call. This is what you needed to let your people know you need help. I don't know. But man, you made a bad mistake when you went up on that stage. And your arms are jangled up right now because of it. Because the security team put a hurt on you. And then when you get in the jail cell with some other guy, they might just give you some pain too. Because Chappelle is a very popular comedian. Okay, so you see the weapon right there, and all BobbieD on the side over there smiling. You know why I'm smiling? Because he made it. Dave ain't got a smile on his face. You know how close he came to getting hit, close he came to possibly being taken. He know. And I guarantee you, he talking to the security team right now. I would fire every one of them. Yeah, every last one of them. I would fire right on the spot. I was a get gone out the door. You failed me. I was assaulted on stage. You let somebody come up on stage. They had no business coming up on stage. I would fire every last one of them, and I would get me a whole new security team and train them better than the first one. That's the first step Dave should do. If he got any sense, that's what I would do. And then I would make sure during live events that there's some kind of gate or something preventing the public from getting up on that stage. Okay, barricade, something. They had none of that. Okay, so lessons must be learned. If we don't learn, we will burn. Dave Chappelle almost burned. Now he has a lesson to learn. He's got to learn from this. Because if he have another live event, it could be worse than this if he doesn't make some changes. Okay? The government needs to make changes, and the people that hold these events need to make changes, especially comedians. Comedians can be very cruel with their jokes sometimes. Some people just don't like it. It could have been a joke that he had made about something or someone, or and a young man took offense to it. We don't know. It'll come out eventually as they interrogate this young man and find out why he did what he did, what motivated him to get up on that stage and try to assault a well-known comedian such as Dave Chappelle. We'll find out. But, we have to be cognizant of our action. This young man, Isaiah, is going to pay the price for what he did. You see, I'm on the side. I'm trying to root Dave on, and I'll be praying for Dave. You see me on the side smiling because he came. I'm happy because he came through. He came out of it okay. I'll be praying for Dave, and I wish you would pray for him. He's one of my favorite comedians, like Richard Pryor, you know what I'm saying? And He's a good guy. He got some issues with some of his jokes. I don't like some of his jokes, man. I'm telling you straight up. You know, I don't want to get into some of his bad jokes, what I call bad jokes. But you know, that goes with everybody. Everybody's gonna be not gonna be 100% you're likable. That's just life. But you gotta look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of that individual. Is he all terrible, or his whole body work terrible? Then you put him to the side. But it's just a few little jokes that he just crazy up on. You deal with the individual's entire body of work, right? And that's how I do. That's why some of y'all mad with me right now. I said something you didn't like, and you shut me down. But because one little thing I said, or one little thing I said, how I acted, you shut me down. Come on, man. Let's get real. You mean tell me one little issue thing I said gonna turn you off? And I've got 2 million views on my channel. I've got over 1,500 videos on my channel. And you're gonna let one little iota, one little thing? Come on, man. Let's grow up. Let's be real. Let's be realistic about life and about how you deal with people. If you have a car, right? You got a car. Everybody got a car, right? You got a car. You drive down the street, right? You driving down the street in your car. All of a sudden, pop, one of your wheels, one of your tires blows. Boom. So you got now instead of you having 4 good tires, you got 3, right? 3, right? And your car can't move too good on 3 tires, right? So what you got to do? You gonna get rid of the whole car because you got one bad tire, huh? You gonna get rid of the whole car? You see my analogy? Just because one little thing goes bad, you fix it. And don't judge a person by one little thing that's bad. You fix it, you repair it. You don't get rid of the car. You fix it, you repair it, and you keep it moving when it's back together again. Okay? Don't let one little thing throw you off about an individual, a celebrity, a blogger, whatever, man. Don't do it because your logic and your thinking is off. Okay? How would you like me to do that to you? Me and you friends, right? And we were friends from childhood, and we grown now. We grown men. We hang out with. And you said, you know what? I don't like President Obama. He stinks. I said, what? You heard? I don't like President Obama. He ain't right. He's crazy. I don't like. And then I just stopped being with you because you said that. Come on, man. Just because you don't like Obama, whatever, somebody, that's crazy, man. What about all the other times we talk together? What about all the other times, other things we agree on? You see how crazy that is? Let's be real. Let's be rational. Let's be logical. Okay? And don't hold people accountable for just one little thing they said in their whole entire life. Come on, man. Let's go up. All right, that's all I got. Oh, I got another treat for you guys. I have another treat for you. See, aren't you glad you stayed? I have another treat for you. Prior to this, let me see if it came up. Hold on, before I say that, I was trying to load it at the beginning of the broadcast. So y'all saw it got a double take there. Yeah, it's loaded. Yeah. Okay, I got another treat for y'all. Okay. You remember on yesterday's broadcast, for those of you that hang with me on a daily day in and day out basis, we had a broadcast yesterday. And on that broadcast, we talked about, it was a good broadcast. We had a great broadcast yesterday. If you guys didn't get a chance to see it, check it out. This one right here, we talked about Miserable Man. And during that broadcast, as I prepared for this broadcast, I prepared a video to sew along with the broadcast, but I never showed it. So I'm going to show you that video now, and you're going to be shocked. You're not going to believe this. The video that I prepared yesterday has, guess who it has in it, y'all? Dave Chappelle. I was going to tie in how Dave Chappelle has a Filipino family, and his family his wife doesn't make him miserable and stuff. And you know what? This ties in perfectly. So I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to set the video up first. I never got a chance to show it yesterday because I forgot about it. But I pulled it up today. I said, man, my mind must have been thinking about Dave Chappelle because I prepared a video. Anyway, I'm going to show you the video. There's a few jokes in it. Some of his jokes are not always politically correct. And, like I said, I don't agree with all the jokes, but I like his sense of humor. Okay. So I'm going to show you this video, and that I prepared unknowingly that it would be shown now. I thought it was shown yesterday, but here we go. Dave is talking on another Netflix video show, and he's talking about Philippines. He talks about his wife and his family, and he talks about poverty in the Philippines, and then he talks about Manny Pacquiao to a certain degree. Okay, you with me? Let's go. Here we go.
Why'd I bring it? Oh, I'll tell you what. Have you ever been to the Philippines before? Okay, I went there, and I like the Philippines. I was actually, I did not enjoy the poverty. I shouldn't even bring this up. I'd say it if Sherrod was here. It's the kind of thing that's like, when you're a comedian and you see something horrible, you should just only tell other comedians about that. Because everyone else is going to, we had that worldview. I'll tell you because you're a comedian, all right? It's not funny at all. I'll tell you, it wasn't funny when I saw it. I'll tell you when it was funny. Okay, so we're driving down the street in the Philippines. It was like urban area. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to Asia. Traffic, not so good. As a matter of fact, it's horrendous traffic, smog, it's somewhat chaotic. For me, for my American standards. Excuse me, everybody. Whatever. Okay, you've seen hood movies, you picture bad neighborhoods, you've heard all these things, but you got to see, real poverty. Like when an American sees it, you can't help but be like, holy shit. Okay, so we made a couple turns trying to get out of traffic, and then we turned into it was like the real world, real poverty. What do I mean by real poverty? Well, there were tons of things that I saw in that instant. Like we turned a corner and all of a sudden it was like, I've never seen any of this shit before in my life. One of the things was, because it was an urban setting, you have to imagine it's a city, but there was a guy and he was, it wasn't funny to me, this was not my initial reaction. And I need to tell you that, but you're a comedian, so please look at it with those glasses. This is like that Kramer moment I was so worried about. Okay, we turned the corner and there was a guy, he's walking, and he had no clothes on, right? Now, that shit could happen in New York, but the way he was walking was like he didn't have no clothes anywhere. Like, it wasn't like he was walking to some clothes he had. He was just walking like, I'm naked, B. So like, now it wasn't funny to me at all. My kids were in the back. They were like, oh, shit. Like, they're like 5 and 8. Oh! All right, so now, their reaction to it made me want just because they're kids. And I remember what it's like being a kid. And he was naked, man, in the city. And all right. So I explained to the kids, listen, guys, this is what the world is like. There's people out here don't have da-da-da-da-da, There's grandmothers from there. She's explained to her mom. We all explained to her. The kids like, oh, snap. Okay. So then we come back to America. It's like 8 days later, and we split up. Kids go back to Ohio. I said, I got to go to LA, take care of some business. I went to Hollywood for a minute, and then my wife calls me up, and she says, and she's crying. I go, what's going on? She goes, he did it. I said, who did what? She's like, Manny Pacquiao. He won. And I said, oh, that's fucking great. There's happy. She said, finally, Filipino people feel a lot of pride when Manny Pacquiao won, and it was kind of touching the way she felt. And then she said he's going to give his money to the poor. And then I say to my wife, and this one was funny, I hope he buys that guy some pants or something. And she fell out like, but it was funny because it was weeks later, and it was an emotional moment, and it was so emotional. I felt a little uncomfortable, so I just had to throw a little joke in there about the guy we saw with no pants. As a matter of fact, this show is dedicated to that guy. The show is to the guy. Not just my set. I'm dedicating all you guys to shows.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a great round of applause for Dave Chappelle, one of the best comedians around. All right, but that's it, man. That's all I got for you. We get ride train. I might come back tonight. It depends on. I got a few things at least you got to do, but if I get through with everything I got to do in a decent time, I'll come back tonight, which will be your morning time. Okay, you with me, G? Let's go. People get ready. Whether the train is coming, don't need no ticket. You just get on board. All you need is love. Ooh, say it again. Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. You just get on board. Get on board. Y'all ready to ride train about at least one nation on the groove of love? Let's go. When I say toot toot, you say all aboard. Toot toot. Toot toot. When I say all aboard, you say toot toot. All aboard, all aboard. Oh, let's ride this train. Y'all ready to ride? Come on, man. You don't need no ticket to ride this train. All you need is some L to the O to the B E in your heart. You with me, G? Let's go. GP in the house. I gotta have my GP. Y'all with me? Let's go. All right. When I say, did I do it right? Let's go. I gotta find out who rubbing up, tough enough, bopped up enough to be the first man in this hit. Who that say they gonna beat them? I need to know, man. Let's go. What's up, Smooth? Hey, man, Smooth Sound did it 2 days in a row. He's on to something. What you been doing? What you been drinking, man? You okay? He did it 2 days in a row, man. One time he did it like 5 or 6 days. Anyway, it was a long time. He did it, but this is you starting on a new streak on me, brother. Let's go. So good to see you, Smooth. You riding the train by the DC One Nation, the group One Love. So good to see you in the house today, man. He said, hello, right back at you, my brother. Good to see you, man. I don't want to be, let's go, ride train. Who got Markel? Markel in the house. Markel. What's up, Markel? Hey, man, I love you, my brother. But you know what, man? You hit the 2 spot. Markel, why you hit the 2 spot today, man? You know I got to tell you, right? Number 2. Jump boy. So good to see you, Markel. Y'all check out this show. Ride train, BobbieD. Who we got? Markel. He said, tomorrow night, BobbieD, I want to talk about a new rule change about American disabled veterans with high mental health rating and will be denied visas here in Colombia. Okay. That's a good topic. Y'all hear that? Markel's gonna be here with us tomorrow on our Veterans Day show. We have a Veterans show every Friday. It's Veterans Day on the train. So he's gonna talk about American disabled veterans with high mental health rating, and they will be denied visas coming into the Philippines. That's something that I think should be done, not just in Colombia, but around the world, and perhaps more than any place else, the United States, because there's a lot of veterans that travel all over the world, and guess what? They ain't right. They ain't tight. They ain't long. They're not wrapped tight up here. And I'm not trying to disparage the veterans. That's not my thing. Y'all know I'm a veteran. I love veterans, but that's not my thing. I'm not trying to disparage them. I'm trying to bring out an issue that happens a lot of times. People go all over the world and they ain't right in the mind. And as a result of that, they wind up doing dastardly and demonic things because of their mental issues. Okay? So I think it's a wise thing. And some of you civil liberties people might say, well, that's not fair. It's discriminating. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what you say when that person that they have a mental issue get off the plane and go shooting up. Huh? What you gonna say then? He's shooting up in your child's school. What you gonna say? Huh? Civil liberties then? Yeah, right. Come play with me, man. Let's go. Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation, on the group. One love. Who we got? Smooth Sam. What's up, man? He said, well, I would not put him with Richard Pryor, maybe Martin Lawrence or Cat Williams. I don't like Cat Williams, number one. Martin is good. But Cat Williams, forget that. No, I think Dave Chappelle is in the league all by himself. In my opinion, I think he's if you want to start rating comedians, I would think he would be similar to George. You ever heard of George Carlin? He was a Caucasian comedian. He passed away several years ago. They have the same type of humor, quality of humor, and the type of dry wit humor. George Carlin was one of my best, on my top list, one of my tops. And Richard Pryor, George Carlin, what's the guy that passed? Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was one of my good ones. And so I like them all. I like the good ones, but better. But those are the kind of people that I guess I'm aligned to as it pertains to humor. Everybody that's a comedian they don't, they're not funny to me. I'll be honest with you. Some people just not funny to me. I don't get no laughter out of what they say. And then some people just really, they hit me, I said, wow, that's funny, It's just how I guess each person has to deal with their sense of humor in a different way. And some people can get in touch with your sense of humor better than others can. Okay, so that's it. Let's go round here. Who we got? Mark, he said the man was armed. Okay, yeah, he was armed, man. He had a pistol, a semi-automatic. It was a replica of a pistol. It wasn't a real pistol. It was a replica. It's a dummy pistol. But in the pistol, right, he had a knife that was wedged in the barrel of the pistol. And he had it rigged so that if he pulled the trigger on that pistol, the knife would be projected out of the pistol and strike someone. So he could have shot Dave Chappelle had he got an opportunity to trigger off on that pistol. Dave Chappelle could have been really hurt. So he was armed and he was dangerous. Whenever somebody has a knife or a pistol, that's a deadly weapon. Knife can slit somebody, cut somebody up bad. So that's why he's held in jail on a $30,000 bond right now. That's not to play with. Okay, and he got a lot of learning to do. And I hope he gets some help, because anybody would do something that's stupid, it needs help. They're not thinking right. They may have a mental issue. I don't know. But I know one thing. If you get up, you got nerve to get up on live TV and do something like that, you need some help, mister. Let's go round train, BobbieD. See One Nation. Who we got? Murphy. He said, they was attacked. Where was the security? Good question, Murphy. His security didn't respond properly. And that's why I said he should fire everyone on his security team, every last man, from the head to the toe, from the first to the last, from the beginning to the end. Fire them all. You failed me once. And if I continue hiring you, putting you on my payroll, you might just fail me again. And I might not be here because you failed me. Get rid of them. They ain't worth the money you paying them, Dave. Yeah, his security was there, but they were just watching the man get up on stage. His security laughed with a joke. And then they saw the man run up on stage and say, what he done? Instead of getting the man, stopping him, they let him get up on stage. And the next thing you know, the man had Dave on the ground. He tackled him. Okay? So, security, if I was you, Dave, it wouldn't be no if, and, or I'm gonna demote you now. No demotion. You fired. Pack your stuff and you gone. I don't want to see you no more. And hire you a new team that know what to do. They should have had some kind of barrier, in my opinion, around the stage, edge of the stage area that would prevent anyone from getting up on that stage, other than those that were supposed to do that. Okay, so that's a failure on the security part. That is a failure on the venue part. The venue is responsible for that place. They're supposed to have security as well. And then that's the police is supposed to be there too. All of them, Dave was failed on many, many levels. Guess who was there also? I didn't tell you this part. Jamie Foxx. Yeah, Jamie Foxx show. Remember Jamie Foxx? Comedian and actor. He was there too. He was on the stage, and as the guy, he was backstage looking at the act. So as the guy got up on the stage, Jamie Foxx was one of the ones that came out and tried to jump the guy, stop him. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the show, Dave Chappelle thanked Jamie Foxx for trying to help him. So there's a lot of things, man. And this is a wake-up call, okay? The first incident that happened a few weeks ago with Chris Rock and Will Smith, that was an initial wake-up call, but nobody took heed to it. They think it was funny. You got me slapping. Yeah. How funny is it now? Now, it's a few weeks later, in the same, not same exact, but similar circumstances, okay? Dealing with a celebrity on a live event, and somebody gets assaulted, okay? So how funny is that? We got to make changes, okay? FCC, venues, these venues have to have more stricter rules. They have to be more security, barriers, all kind. I know they have to check for everybody. You have weapons, any kind of weapons, fully checked. It's got to be changes, man. Look at the guy, ACI-R. Was it ACI-R Rocky? Anyway, no, it was a guy. There was a rapper, famous rapper, about what 6 months now, and the people died in his rapping concert because it was a stampede. Okay, I forgot the guy. He's a Travis Brown. That's who it was. Y'all know Travis Brown, the rapper, right? He had a concert about maybe what last year sometime, and about 4 people got killed because they were stampeded. They just had a stampede event, and Travis is being sued right now for the people that passed away by their families because he's responsible for that. The artist is responsible. They're suing the venue. They're suing Travis. They're suing a whole bunch of people because when you go to stuff like that, you got to be protected. You know, you trust that the venue, the security is adequate enough to protect you because you're focusing on the entertainment. You're not focusing on who's behind you, who's got a gun. You're not, and you shouldn't have to. That shouldn't be your responsibility. Okay. So let's talk to the FCC. Ryan Train, Bobby Lizzie, One Nation. Who we got? Diaz, what's up, my brother, from another mother? He said, what's good, Bobby? Hey, man, you got it, man. You got it, man. So good to see you. Ride the train, Bobby Lizzie, One Nation on the group. One love. Ride the train. We're talking about one of our favorite comedians today, I'm going to say Jay-Z. Jay-Z get to be a comedian. Dave Chappelle, man. Yeah, you know what happened to him, man. Wasn't right. Wasn't tight, wasn't long, and it wasn't not strong. You know, one of my favorite comedians. You know, and when somebody that I like gets assaulted, I'll be like, what happened? Why him? You know, who did it? And what's going on? You know, that's my question. Let's go. Round train, Bobby Lizzie, One Nation on the group, One Love. Who we got? Murphy. Hey, is it weird? It was in Hollywood, man. Murphy, you didn't catch the show, man. Murphy, well, that's what happened when you come in late. Murphy coming in late. He asked all the basic questions I already covered. Let's go. I'm gonna do this just for you, Murphy. I'm gonna do this just for you. Look here, I'm gonna watch it. Look here, I'm gonna do this. Because Murphy is a gold member. I'm gonna do this for him. Membership has its privilege. Don't say nothing to me. Okay? Membership has its privilege. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna bring you a real quick review of me, Murphy. Watch this. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay. This is what happened. And I gotta get right. Okay, okay, so that was the thumbnail. That was the focus. We talked about what happened today. Was it a joke? Who did it? And why he did it? Okay. That's the guy on the right that did it. You see his right arm is all messed and twisted up. They beat the heck out of him. Once they caught him behind stage, the security finally caught up with him. They stomped him down to the ground, almost like a mud hole. And that's what happened, man. He was in there's some more pictures here. He was in and it wasn't no joke. He was in Hollywood at the Hollywood Bowl Arena in LA, and he did it. He was at the Netflix is not a joke live concert. Netflix. It was Netflix sponsored concert. That's Dave and his family there. And this guy just came up on the stage. That's the guy right there on the right. That's how he looks without all that beat down he got on the arms. His right arm is looking good there now, right? You see how his right arm looked before or afterwards, right? But that's his name. His name is Isaiah Lee. He's 23 years old. Okay, he's a wannabe rapper. His alias is No Name Trapper. Okay, and he's an aspiring rapper. Right now, my guys, it is unknown what his motivation was. What was his purpose in doing that? I don't know. Okay. And I would suspect that eventually we'll find out. But right now, that's the weapon he used. I remember I told y'all he had a semi-automatic weapon. It was a replica. It wasn't an actual gun. But with the replica, he put in a knife. You see on the right there, he put a knife in the muzzle. And he had it hooked up where he could click the trigger of the muzzle, and the knife would be projected out to strike someone. Okay. So he wasn't able to carry out his part about shooting the gun. Wasn't able to shoot the knife out of the gun yet because they had tackled him down. But so I brought you up at par, Murphy, because you came in late. I want to do that for people like Murphy that's special on the team, and he's a member. He ain't no subscriber like most of y'all, okay? So I do stuff like that for my people that's the members. He's a gold member. He ain't no regular member, okay? Don't say, Bobby, you ain't right. I'm right. I treat people the way they treat me. You treat me special, I'm gonna treat you special. All right, let's go. All right, where we at? I got where I'm at now. Hold on, y'all. Man, where am I? Okay, well, all right. Diaz, he's at Marcos TV. Panama is doing the same thing. Yeah, there's a lot of countries. Diaz, the Philippines is they have some legislation on the books right now. It hasn't been approved yet, but they're thinking about qualifying mentally, emotionally. These people that come out here, they're already qualifying as far as they don't want felons out there. If you got any criminal record, felons like that, you can't get in. But they're going a little bit further than that now, and I think it's perfectly correct that they do so. It's so much crime and crazy stuff happening around, and you got to qualify who's coming in your country. I mean, it just makes sense. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, one. Who we got? Murphy said, Will seems to have started a trend. Yeah, Will Smith seems to have started a trend, and it's a bad trend, man. And I think they need to put some laws and rules and regulations in place as far as the FCC, as far as the local venues. I mean, as it pertains to live events, it should be more legislation, more rules, definitely more security. Yeah, and it should be, in my opinion, if you have a live event, you should have a barricade around the stage. You don't want nobody just jump up on the stage. I'm here. Hi, mom. Hi, mom. I'm here. Who wants that? I mean, that's a no-brainer for me. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, One Nation. Dia, he said, Dave Chappelle is a legend along with Eddie Murphy. Yeah, man, Eddie Murphy is all right. I never did get into him that much, but he's popular. But remember Dave Chappelle show? Y'all remember this show? I think it was on HBO. Anyway, that was one of the best show ever. I love that show, man. You know, every time I get a chance to see rerun of, I'll be right there watching it. That was one of the best show ever. And he got all he canceled himself. He had a disagreement with the production company, and he lost out on millions. He refused to dummy down and change his jokes up to suit the network, you know. And he lost out on millions, man. He could have made way more money, but he was already rich, so it didn't make a much bigger difference. Let's go, Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, One Nation. Who we got? Mark L in the house. He said, "Wow, Diaz, you are serious?" Yeah, a lot of countries are thinking about that now, Markel. A lot of countries are thinking about controlling who these fools, and pardon my expression, but these people that come in now, they ain't right, you know? And the U.S. should be doing the same thing. Let's go. Who we got? Murphy. Hey, he said, that's what he does. All of those who attend his shows knows that if they can't handle it, don't go. Yeah, man, if you can't handle the pressure, don't go, okay? That's the way the Chappelle is. He has some type of bad jokes. Sometimes they can be insensitive to certain groups. You know, that's the way it is. You know, do I condone his jokes that are insensitive? No, I don't condone it, but I don't condemn him for it either, because that's his way of comedy. And so when you understand and you take a broad view of what people do, you can deal with life better. You know, just don't let one particular thing turn you off about the whole person. You know, that's the way he is. And you know, a lot of the comedians have a lot of profanity in their jokes. You know, every 11 word is the F. You know, that's what he does too. But I overlook that because I look at the humor and I try to read and blank out that cussing stuff. Okay, so let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, One Nation. Who we got? Diaz, he did Marcos TV, yes, but it's not a law or regulation yet. It only applies to those seeking permanent residency. Okay, permanent residency citizenship. Eventually, it'll be a law. It should be, and that's what they do. They have that right now, as I mentioned earlier on the show. They're contemplating some legislation about that here in the Philippines to qualify, because they get so many expats, people coming from all over the country, world here, and some of them ain't right. I told you the other day as I did a show, I see a lot of what I call oddballs out here. You know, people that come here or other foreign countries would never fit in where they are. You know, and the people that don't I call them misfits or oddballs that come to these foreign countries. And a lot of misfits and oddballs ain't right up here. You know what I'm saying? And so they cause trouble in the Philippines or Colombia, wherever they cause trouble because I couldn't fit in the USA. And I'm supposed to fit in here. Y'all gonna take me. Y'all gonna like me. And they do crazy stuff. So let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got? Murphy Hayes said, looks like he attacked a bayonet to his pistol. He could have been. It was a long blade, man. It was a long blade. He attached it, and then he had it rigged up. According to the authorities, he had it rigged up. If you pull the trigger, boom, it will come out there like that. Hit you. Let's go, Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, One Nation. Mark, he said, wow. Okay, thanks. I'm sure it's not going to stop it. No, it's not going to stop them, Mark. You know that now. Once they see the benefits of it and how much they weeded out the non-essential or the craziness, the crazy kooky kind of people, they'll realize that they made a good thing, and they'll could take it a little bit further. Right, train, Bobby Lee, One Nation. Who we got? Mister, what's up, brother? He said, people like this make me not want to live on this planet anymore. I'm Dave Chappelle. I'm Dave Chappelle, not hurt. Yeah, I'm glad. He wants to say, I'm glad Dave Chappelle's not hurt. Yeah, I'm glad he's not hurt. It's sad, man. You know, people do things for their own, sometimes demented reasons, and we don't know what was going on in this man's mind. We don't know what was happening in Isaiah Lee's mind at the age of 23. At the age of 23, there's nothing in my mind I would think about doing nothing like this when I was 23 years old. When I was 23 years old, I was going to college. I would think about, and I was working full time, going to school full time. I was thinking about getting through the day and getting my homework when I got off work and going to school when I got get my food, got up. Yeah, that's all I would do. I wasn't thinking about no craziness. Yeah, I didn't have time for that. And probably he had time on his hand. When you have time on your hand, craziness comes up. Okay, so he probably had a lot of time, loose time, and had nothing else to do but act crazy. So that's where he's at. All right, that's it, man. We got one more. I got one more. All right, what's up, Diaz? He said he planned on holding Dave hostage. Oh, really? That's what it was? I didn't know that. He said a hostage taken with a handgun that has a bayonet attached isn't impossible to take out. Okay. Oh, Diaz, my security man. Diaz, he got the 411 on him. He said the probability of serious injury or death to the hostage is drastically high. Okay. So Diaz already know what he would get ready to do. Diaz must have security background. Okay. Hey, I got Diaz. You have now been appointed to the security team on this show. Y'all need you to travel with me everywhere I go. Okay, man. I know you got my back. Hey, man, that's good information, man. I appreciate it. So based on what Diaz is saying, this young man had some understanding of what he's trying to do. He was going to, according to what Diaz's his security background tells him, when someone does that type of activity, they usually do it with the purpose of taking a hostage. And so that's what he was probably trying to do, take a hostage. And according to Diaz, the probability of serious injury or death to the hostage is high. So if he had that bayonet, it was high that he could have did something bad. So it is a blessing that Dave Chappelle escaped this with his life. No injury, no hurt, no harm. If I was Dave Chappelle right now, you know what I'd be doing? I would dropping down on my knees and say, Lord, thank you so much, Lord, Father God, you kept me. You know, that's what I would have been doing. Dave probably getting high somewhere. He'd be like, oh man, you almost took me out. Smoke the joint. Let's go. Right, everybody, who we got? Smooth. He said, Dave do have a Robert Townsend kind of spin. He joked, then he gets serious. Yeah, Dave is, you know, to be honest with you, man, Dave tell a lot of lot of jokes, right? But at the end of the day, he's a very, very smart man. Very, very shrewd man. He's very smart, intelligent. And people like that can tell a funny joke but still have a good mentality on. I'm attracted to that type of personality because I like somebody who can make a joke when you get ready, but man, it's time for business. It's time for business. You ready for business? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I like that. Roger, who we got? Murphy Hayes, he said he rigged that to get in close and stab, not shoot. The thing wasn't gonna shoot. Okay. So wasn't gonna shoot. Got it into stab in case he needed to stab. Okay. Yeah, Murphy Hayes, another security man. Right, everybody need one nation. Bill, what's up, Bill? Bill L. I can't read that. Parcells. Bill Parcells. I think he's trying to say Bill Parcells. What's up, Bill? You good, man? He's a Travis Scott. Now, okay, that's it, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Bill. I know what Travis, man. Travis Scott. Why I say Brown? I don't know why I say Brown. But he's saying, guys, remember I told you that there was a famous rapper, had a big concert several months ago last year. And the concert, many people lost their lives due to people stampeding. It got crazy in there. And now Travis Scott, I said Brown for some reason. I apologize. My bad. Travis Scott, thank you for correcting me, Bill. Travis Scott is being sued by the people the parents of the people that passed away. And not only Travis is being sued, the venue is being sued, the city is being sued, the police is being, because all of those people have some type of responsibility for those deaths. When you hold a live event, big, huge event like that, you're responsible for the security of those people that come. Yeah? The artist is responsible. The police are responsible. The venue is responsible. The security team, you're responsible. And when people die, you're gonna have to be held accountable. Let's go. Round chain, BobbieD, what we got? Travis Scott, there you go, man. Appreciate that, Bill. Round chain, who we got? Diaz. He said the police wouldn't have known it was a fake gun. They would have treated the situation as if Dave had a knife at his throat and gun pointed at his head. Okay, I got you. See, good information, man. I would never. I don't have a security background, so I never know. So he said the police would never have known it was a fake gun. You're right, because it looked like it was real. I showed you how it looked. I showed you a picture on the one on the right and the one on the right. They look both the same. He said they would have treated the situation as if David had a knife at his throat. Okay, so when somebody got a knife at your throat, and if you're a policeman or whatever security, you're not just gonna rush in because that man could puncture your vein and you die. You gone. You know, your carotid artery can be severed and you're done. So they're gonna be very, very cautious. So I understand what you're saying, dear. Ryan Chain, who we got? Excuse me. Ooh, that's gas, man. Sorry, y'all. I said gas. I drink some coffee. He said, Mr. Missy, been a while, man. You good? Smooth sound. Said, Mr. Missy, been a while, man. You good, man, since your last album? Okay, Mr. Missy got an album. Okay, I know that. Round train, who we got? Diaz, he said, Karens were on stage interrupting and attacking comedians 2 years before Will Smith. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so they had a lot of Karens doing that stuff too. Okay, nobody. I've never seen that. I've never heard that about Karens doing that. So I didn't even know that. So this is a continuation of a pattern that happened over 2 years ago, based on what Diaz is saying. There were Karens doing it on stage to comedians. Okay, good information. So, but it's getting worse now because they just not running on the stage. They trying to take people out on the stage, and that's why there has to be some more rules put in place to protect the people, the performers that are on stage, and not only the performers that are on stage, but what about the audience? You know, so let's say the man got crazy, and then he after he attacked Dave, he went jumped in the audience stuff. You know, what about that? Everybody needs to be protected, you know, because everybody is at risk. Let's go, Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation. Who said? He said, BobbieD, what I'm going to say is a critical issue. What I'm going to say is a critical issue. Would you do a show on the Supreme Court and this abortion overturning? No. That's not. I don't want to do that because it's a very hot topic, and some people would agree, and some people would disagree. And so I respect people's opinion on that. To me, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If in fact they overturn this abortion thing, some people are gonna be happy, some people not. I think, in my opinion, is this: I am for the women to have control of their body. That's why I am on it. I think every woman, every person should have control of their bodies. Okay, that's just what I believe. But I also believe that if there's, I believe the right to life as well. You know, okay, so I'm a little bit mixed of both. But overall, I'm about if they overturn this law, it's gonna be some rioting. It's gonna be some problems. Right? So I think that, to be honest with you, overall, I'm for the person controlling their own body, and I'm for having the right to do what's necessary. Because a lot of times a woman get raped, and maybe and she has a right to determine it. You know, so that's my feeling on it. But I don't want to do a show on it because it's going to cause a whole lot of bad feelings out there. And I just gave you a 1 second summary of my my futile opinions. Okay, that's it, man. Y'all ready to go? Y'all ready? Y'all? I know, man. Let y'all go, man. Y'all know I'm ready to go to sleep, man. You know, 11 o'clock news ready to come on in a few minutes. Y'all ready to hit the hay? I know, man. I know y'all got to go. All right, man. It's been real. It's been real. It's been real. But I got to go. Thank you for hanging out with me today. That's all I have to say. I'm getting ready to head on down the line to me and Lisa D got to do some things, you know what I'm saying? So it's been real. It's been real. It's been real. We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. This is BobbieD saying take care. God bless and peace.